What's good, y'all? It's Solution back at it with another Mental Gym video in which I give you guys frameworks you can use to become extremely successful and achieve all the goals that you want to achieve. So let's get right into it. So, today I want to talk about a previous video that I made, and that was the value circle video. But after thinking it over and just having time to ponder it, I realized there's something I want to add to it that I believe will better serve you guys when it comes to adding people to your value circle, which is, by definition, people who can help you achieve your goals directly or indirectly. Because naturally, we don't know everything. We are stupid, right? But we do have goals that we want to achieve. So the only way we can get rid of our ignorance is by finding people who can help us achieve our goals. And that could be directly or indirectly. So I'm gonna pretty much go over the whole thing again, and then I'm gonna talk about the thing that I added to it that I think will better serve and help you guys, right? So here is the mental exercise. So your value circle breaks down into support and knowledge. So essentially, in your value circle, right, you have your support and your knowledge. And the way this breaks down from the definition is directly equals knowledge. Because when you have knowledge, that will directly serve you in achieving your goals, right? And when it comes to indirectly, that would be your support, right? Because your support are people who can keep you in bounds and capable and make sure you have the ability you need to achieve your goals, or make sure you don't do things that would otherwise take away from your ability to accomplish your goals, right? And so let me talk about support first, and then I'll talk about knowledge. So when it comes to support, think of your parents, for example. The way that they support you indirectly is financially, probably. Because for most of us, in order to achieve our goals, we need money or we need finances, because most goals you can't just get them for free. You usually have to pay for something along the way. So your parents can kind of swoop in. Even though the money directly doesn't get you the goal, it gives you the ability and capability to achieve the goal, right? So that is in a way that it kind of serves you, right? So just think money is a great way, right? And another example of this is a girlfriend, because I know a lot of my guys who watch my content are guys. Like, you have testosterone, you have sexual needs, you want to go sleep around, do whatever, right? But because of this, it could distract you from being able to achieve your goals. So having a girlfriend, right? A girlfriend can help take care of those sexual needs that you would have. And if you get rid of that distraction, then what? You have more time and energy to focus on doing things that are going to help you achieve your goals, right? So think girlfriend. So you have money, girlfriend. These are all things that don't directly make you successful, but they're things that can help you make successful in terms of just supporting you and keeping you on track so you don't fall off the track of being able to achieve your goals, right? Then we get into the people who are directly pushing your ability to become successful, and without them, it'd be pretty much impossible to do so. So, these people come in three important forms. So the first is, so let's take one, is people who've achieved what you want, and the most important thing here, and value, well, yeah, value slash have the same ethics as you. So that was kind of a lot, but this is the really important thing that I wanted to add. So essentially, in your value circle, you're going to have people who've achieved what you want. And why is this important? Because people who've achieved what we want have knowledge that we don't have. That's why they have what we want. But the important thing that I added that wasn't in the previous value circle video is that them valuing and having the same ethics as you. And by ethics, I mean that they have the same moral compass as you. And by values, I mean they care about the same things as you. But this isn't the only other type of person who could be in your value circle. Then you have, people who want to achieve the same thing as you, right? So you have sometimes in your value circle, you might have people who want to achieve the same thing as you, but they haven't achieved the thing. But the good thing is you guys have something in common. And then pretty much with this, you just kind of move down the extra thing I added with the first type of person in your value circle, with the having the same values and ethics as you. And I'll talk about more why this is so important and why I realized it's so important to add it, right? So people who want to achieve the same thing as you, because they could potentially have information or experiences that you can use. Because if you're working with them, and also to add, like, you work with these people, when you work with them, they're going to be like, oh, I did this and I got this outcome, and they can tell you about that, and that can help you, right? Then you have the best version of this, right? Which is, I'm just going to move it over here so it's easier to see because I ran out of space, is people who've achieved what you want, and you can work with them. So these are pretty much the three type of people who you should have, and having as many of these people as possible is really helpful. You can have in your value circle people who've achieved what you want to achieve, right? And then you could get information from them because they've achieved what you want. Then you have people who want to achieve the same thing as you because based on their personal experiences from pursuing the same goal as you, they can give you information that you otherwise wouldn't have that can serve you. Then you have people who've achieved what you want and you can work with them. And this is amazing because if you can work with someone who's achieved what you want, they can directly feed the information that you need so you don't make the mistakes that you otherwise would make if you didn't have them and you couldn't work with them as well. But the important thing I added, and I want you guys to think of and add to the rest of the three type of people, is that them valuing and having the same ethics as you. And the reason why I realized this was so important to add is because ultimately success is defined by you. The goals are all defined by you. Everything is defined by you. And they're defined by you based on what your values and ethics are, right? And the reason why this is really important for choosing the type of people you listen to is ultimately when people who've achieved success, whatever that looks like, or have achieved things and they give out advice based on their own values and ethics. And as I said, values are based on like what people care about. Ethics is more of like their moral compass, what they decide is right and wrong, basically. And you right now have your own things that you value, that you care about. You right now, you have your own things that you believe are right and wrong, right? So when you're choosing someone to listen to, it be in your best benefit to know what that person values or to know what their morals are. And the reason why this is beneficial is because that means you can achieve your goals in a way that best serves the type of person you want to be, right? Because many of us, we would not just want to achieve our goals any type of way, right? We have things that we value. We have our own personal morals. And if you have people who have the same values and moral compass as you, they will give you information that is best suited for you and you achieving your goals. For example, let's say somebody is Christian, right? Their moral compass is their right and wrong is based on Christianity or the Bible, right? And you know that. And if you're like, okay, they've achieved whatever I want to achieve, whatever particular thing that you want to achieve, they've achieved it, and they're a Christian, you're like, okay, this is a higher value person for me to be able to listen to, because when they give me advice, they're going to give it from the premise of this is right and this is wrong, because you know where their moral compass kind of stands. And in a similar way, you can also figure out what they value, meaning what they care about. I'll use me for example. I've said in my previous videos that my purpose is growth. So I value growth. I also value achieving goals. And I also value success because I feel like doing those things, achieving goals, and becoming successful for whatever way that looks like for you is beneficial to growth. And I care about growth. And because I care about growth, I also care about going really hard, trying your absolute best, using frameworks to think through particular situations so you can better achieve your goals. And if that is something that you care about too, it is good that you are watching my channel because we have similar things that we value, and the information that I'm giving you is of a higher quality compared to someone who doesn't care about the same stuff as you, who has a completely different moral compass. And for another moral compass example, let's say someone was like, oh, would you kill your entire family in order to become successful, right? And whoever you're watching or whoever you're listening to in real life or online, they're like, nah, I'd kill my entire family if I had to. If you're like, that kind of goes against my morality, then this person, even though they've achieved something that you want, might not be the best person for you to listen to because your morality is different. What you choose or believe is right and wrong is different. And ultimately, for a lot of you, you guys would want to achieve your goals in a way that best aligns with who you are in terms of what you care about and what you see as right and wrong. I just believe this is very important because then you will get higher quality information, right? You guys know my purpose is growth. So I'm trying to make sure you guys got the best chance at achieving your goals the way you want to achieve them. And that's why I feel like it was so important to add this to the whole value circle thing, because I don't want you guys to just go to someone just because they've achieved what you wanted, right? Because, well, that person might not value the same things as you or have the same ethics as you. They might be like, oh yeah, to become successful, you gotta step on toes, you gotta disrespect people, you gotta be dishonest, you gotta lack integrity. I'm not saying doing those things is good or bad, right? It depends on what you think and your own morality. But what I am saying is if you're someone who values integrity, being honest, not stepping on other people's toes in order to become successful or being sly or whatever, that might not be the best person to listen to, even though they've achieved the success that you want. I just really, really hope this makes sense because I believe it is so important so you guys can be more particular about who you're choosing to listen to, because ultimately, anyone who gives out advice, whether that be on the internet in real life, will give the advice based on their values and their ethics, what they care about and what they see as right and wrong. That's how they're going to give advice. So it is best, and you will get the highest quality information from obviously people who've achieved what you want, people who want to achieve the same thing as you, or people who have who have achieved the same thing as you. No, not the same thing as you, but people who've achieved what you want and you can work with them. You will receive the best quality information if they also value the same things as you, have the same morality as you, right? Because they will speak things or give you advice that will serve you because they have the knowledge about the thing, but they will also give the advice in a way that you can stay true to what you value in your own personal morality. So yeah, so that's pretty much the value circle in a nutshell. Like I said just now, it's just really important that you were able to choose people who can help you accomplish your goals, because ultimately we are all ignorant, and that's why we haven't achieved particular goals, because if we already knew what to do, we achieve the goal, unless you're lazy, which is a whole nother problem. But generally we just lack knowledge, we're ignorant, and other people have knowledge about things that we want to achieve. So we have to go seek these people out to help us, right? And that could come in the form of support. These people can be indirect. Like I was saying earlier, it could be money from like a family member or your parents. They can give you money so you can use that money to deploy into skills or whatever that can help you accomplish the goal. You can have a girlfriend, for example, who can take care of those sexual needs that could otherwise distract you from doing what you're supposed to do. And then you have your knowledge, which, as I was saying earlier, is really, really important, because these are the people who directly help you achieve the goal. And without them, the likelihood you'd be able to achieve your goals is much lower. And they come in the form of people who've achieved what you want and they value the same things as you and have the same morality as you. And then the same thing counts with the other two being people who want to achieve the same thing as you. And you can work with them, of course, because they can have their own personal experiences on the side and come back to you and say, hey, I did this and I got a good outcome. Then you can take that information, apply it to yourself, and obviously that could benefit you. And then the last, not but not least, and the best kind of person you can have in your value circle is people who've achieved what you want. You can work with them, and they value the same thing as you, and they value the same things as you, and they have the same morality or moral compass as you, right? Because having that kind of person is just beautiful. Like, everything just aligns. You're working with them. They can directly break beliefs for you, put things in your mind that are going to better serve you. And of course, having as many of these types of people in your value circle is amazing, because it's just more information moving around, especially if they value the same things, have the same morality. It's a lot of information moving around you that all is there to serve you in accomplishing your goals. So yeah, please give me feedback on that. Did that make sense? Are you now going to be able to be more selective about who you have in your circle and around you, so you can make sure you achieve the goals the way you want to achieve them? Or do you think this is all stupid and you're like, solution, you're dumb as hell, no one is going to be able to use any of this information? Whichever, just drop the feedback in the comment section. And also, please, please, please like the video, boost this in the algorithm so more guys can see this. Make sure they have the right people who they're surrounding themselves with to make sure that they have a higher likelihood of growing and being able to accomplish all the goals that they are after. So I guess with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next Mental Gym video. Peace.